Hello, nice to meeting you. I'm Jiyoung, who will be presenting this. COVID virus is serious these days, but it's nice to have a chance like this. Okay, let's get started. The title of our paper is as follows. A study on the relationship between old age and life satisfaction, old age income and life satisfaction, focusing on the Korean retirement and income study. This is a KReIS, KReIS. Okay. The authors are as follows: Haeryn Lee and me, Jiyoung Yoon. Okay, let's start. Follow me. This chapter is introduction. Okay, recently the rate of increase in the elderly population in Korea was the best among the OECD member countries. In Korea, public pension, retirement pension, and personal pensions are currently being implemented as methods of guaranteeing old age. And an important point to be considered in public retirement income and security policy is the resolution of poverty for the elderly. Despite this, there is a high awareness that the elderly are not yet able to provide enough income for a stable and comparable retirement life, and it's reported that there are blind spot in receiving pensions. According to the OECD report in 2019, the relative poverty rate of those aged 65 and over in Korea was 43.8%. It's quite high when the average of OECD countries is 13.5%. And life satisfaction, which predicts successful on old age, is 28th out of 34 OECD countries. Considering the economic area, which is considered as an important area among the life satisfaction of the elderly, unstable economic condition and poverty in the old age are considered to reduce the satisfaction of the overall life. Therefore, the supply and demand status of the old age income guarantee system can be regarded as an important factor in the life satisfaction of the elderly in Korea. So, for this study, data from the Korean retirement and income study, it's KReIS, released in January 2022, were used to analyze the factors that influence the satisfaction of the elderly in the national pension and special occupational pension. Next chapter is literature review. Literature review is the first life satisfaction. What is the life satisfaction? Can you see this? Yes. In general, life satisfaction refers to subjective evaluation of one's quality of life, and is one of the main indicators that can measure the quality of life. According to the definition given by Haeryn et al., Life satisfaction is defined by the investigators as contentment and fulfillment, and is related to zestful life, resolution, congruence, and self-image, mood tone, and sense of well-being. According to previous study, a study by Mo and Lee to consider ways to improve the life satisfaction of the elderly revealed their physical health and mental health and economic problem and social activities affect life satisfaction. As a result of examining previous studies, the economic domain of old age seems to be contributing importantly to the life satisfaction of the elderly. The variable that were found to affect life satisfaction through previous study can be examined as demographic variables, economic variables, and physical health variables, and psychological health variables. Considering these previous studies, we intend to examine whether the national pension and special occupational pension benefits affect the life satisfaction of the elderly by using demographic and economic variables. Physical health variables and psychological health variables related to supply and demand as cultural variables. This chapter is method. Yeah, this paper research data and subject is like this. KReIS survey, and the elderly 65 years of old and older. Yeah, you know, elderly 65 years of age or older. A total of 3294 responses. Yes, this data like this. Dependent variables life satisfaction is measurement 5-point Likert scale, and independent variables is national pension and special occupational pension. Control variables is demographic, you know. You see this gender, age, religion, educational status, and spouses. Spouses is I with spouses, or without spouses. Yeah, it's including divorce and bereavement and separations. And economic is whether or not to work. Yes, one worker, zero non-worker. You know, unemployed, economical inactive population is non-workers, and physical health is physical health status and disability and chronic disease and daily life restriction is a 5-point Likert scale, or this is a 1 yes or no, yes or no. Yeah, restricted or unrestricted. And psychological health is like psychological health status is 5-point Likert scale. In this study, the following analysis was performed using the SPS-S26 program. Frequency analysis and descriptive statistical analysis were conducted examine the demographic characteristics of the study subjectives and the characteristics of major variables. However, multiple regression analysis was conducted to examine the effect of the national pension benefits and special occupational pension benefits on life satisfaction in hierarchical multiple regression analysis and demographic variables and economic variables. Physical health variables and psychological health variables were used as control variables, like that. Okay. This is analysis and result. Demographic characteristics and descriptive status. Gender is male or female, like this. Yeah, this female is more like that, and age is SD is 74.95. And region is Seoul, metropolitan city, or province, like that. And educational status is not attending school is 613, and to university graduation or higher is 221. Yeah. Suppose with spouses 2115, or without supposes is 1179. Yes. Like you see this psycho healthcare is very bad, not good, normal, good, very good. This like that. 2.79. And disability is yes or no. Daily life restriction, like that. Oh, you see this unrestricted is 3031, and life satisfaction is highly dissatisfied, and unsatisfactory or normal satisfaction very satisfied. Hierarchical regression analysis result like this. You see life satisfaction, and model one like that. It's like watching. It came out like this. And you see it, R square is 0.226, 2394, and you see it, and adjusted R square is 224232. The result of the analysis show that the national pension and the special occupational pensions applied demand had a significant effect on the life satisfaction, even the demographic variables. This gender, age, region, education level, and suppose presence, and economy, like work status and cycle strength. Cycle health, physical health status and disability and chronic disease and daily life and social activity restriction, which affect the life satisfaction of the elderly were controlled. In particular, the special occupational pension supply and demand, and the national pension supply and demand, like you see the 0.083 and 0.054 were found to have a great influence on the satisfaction of life. Yes, sorry. And the results of this study show that the national pension and special service pension benefits have an effect on the life satisfaction of the elderly. It's necessary to reduce public pension blind spots, such as national pension and special service pension, in order to increase the satisfaction of the elderly. In addition, the national pension and special occupational pension have a great influence on the age income of the elderly. And the problem of the financial sustainability of the national pension is constantly raises in Korea. Therefore, it is necessary to solve the equity problem between pensions through the reform of the national pension and the special occupational pension, and to establish a multi-layered pension structure that tightly aligns the public pensions to improve the satisfaction of the elderly. And this paper has like the limitation is it has non-used various variables related to satisfaction of elderly's life because it's used as secondary data. So, and the dependent variable of this study used the overall life satisfaction rather than the specific constants of life satisfaction. Further studies are needed to determine whether it affects various life satisfaction vectors in the future. So, this study had the meaning as policy-based data to measure the blind spot of public pension and to understand the effect of special occupational pension and national pensions on the life satisfaction of the elderly when controlling demographic variables and economic variables and physical health variables and psychological health variables. So this study, it will be possible to contribute to enhancing social implication and life satisfaction for the elderly in preparation for an ultra-aged society, you know, an ultra-aged society. Yeah. Wow. So, like that. Okay. This is our papers. So, yes. Thank you, everybody. Yes. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.